Would you date yourself? Would you marry yourself?
It's a deep one. Into a room right now with women. Somebody's going to be like, oh, you think you're cute today? That's how she's going to say, I love this dress. This is literally how we were taught to be with each other. While you are dating someone, that you're aware of the downtime, because that's marriage, which is why a lot of couples had to call me during the pandemic because they learned that they didn't like each other. You just gonna cater to me and you don't have no opinion. So now I'm bored with you because you're doing everything I asked you to do.
Oy.
It's not so sexy. You could kick rocks all day. Kick rocks on every curb for me. If all you're doing is what I'm asking you to do. Because I actually want to learn from you. I want to be sharpened by you.
Hey family, welcome back to The Love Lens. Now, dating as a progressive woman, what I call a wanted woman, sometimes can be really hard. But first, I want you to take a moment. I'm Coach Cass. Make sure that you hit subscribe and share this episode. Now, today on The Love Lens, I have decided to bring back part 2 of Dr. Tasha because she was so good last time, y'all, wasn't she? Oh my goodness. Now, Dr. Tasha is a clinician. She has her doctorate in clinical psychology. She has many years under her belt in speaking to men and to women. And I just love the way her brain works. So today we're really talking about, sis, would you date you? Like, would you marry you? And how do you date as a progressive woman, as a businesswoman, as a driven woman, as a wanted woman in this world today? So, Dr. Tasha, welcome back, sis.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. So,
I'm excited.
We in here.
We left off so good the last time.
We just had to do it again. We had to. No, we had to. I'm so glad. I mean, it's crazy to think about the wanted. I love now that I hear how you just said the wanted woman.
Yeah.
Meaning you want us.
Yes.
I never thought about that was the spin on it.
Sis, wanted, women achieving new triumphs every day. I believe that you were born wanted. Now it's just to figure out, what do you want?
Ooh. What do you want?
What do you want?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you would have to really examine that within.
Exactly.
Versus the shiny thing that first got your
We're not just choosing whatever comes along, right? Like, you get the pick of the litter. You get to see who rises to the occasion. You are the one. You are wanted. They're searching for you. Now it's just to say, well, now that you found me, let me figure out if I'm going to say yes.
Now, the question is, do you feel like you're a wanted lover?
Ooh,
when you say that,
lover.
Right,
now, where are we going with that?
Like, right, so I'm a woman, so you like all my woman.
Yes.
Right? All of that comes with me being a woman. But then me as a lover.
Yes.
Like, do you want the way I love you? Like, that has to also be like where your confidence lies versus how it looks.
And that confidence goes like a roller coaster.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know how to love. They're not even like confident in the way they love or how to even receive the love.
They don't know how to receive the love.
Right.
So, they don't know how to show up with love. They don't know how to give the love.
So to be the wanted lover also as the wanted woman, I would love to add that because we want them to be lovable, attractive, all those wonderful words, relatable. Yeah, like, do you see me? And do you see me as a good lover versus that I'm just going to be a good like trophy on your little trophy wife? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Even those that are women that are progressive. I love the word progressive, which means like we are progressing. Now that could be college educated or not. I actually don't put like college education in progressive. It just means that you are moving and evolving. But it's crazy to, is how you say it?
Oh, I said you got actions.
Yeah, you got actions. We're going somewhere.
We're going.
Yeah. So then this is a big question I ask my single patients. Is he where you're going? It's a real...
Now, when you say, is he where you're going? Because I feel like so many women are looking for this high value man.
Oh, God.
They looking for this, this whatever insert here guy with the title.
Okay. Let me rewind. So yes, you're right.
Okay.
Because you're right. Yes, that's a whole thing. Kevin Samuels, thank you very much for bringing this whole phrase to our world after the pandemic. I'm not a fan that we're here, but I love that he really ultimately, not that I'm here to plug him, but he genuinely was here in the world before he got on talking about women. He was really uplifting the man.
Okay.
So he saw himself as valuable. Okay. It all started, he just didn't make his way into the world like he did go viral until he started talking about the women. So there's something about the core of he actually was bringing some level of sharpening to men so they see themselves as a high value.
Nice.
So imagine if you valued yourself to the point where the money didn't matter. So that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want them to feel valuable.
Yes.
But the high value man, you're right. Women think of whatever value they're bringing, meaning the coin. Then they have to find someone to match the coin.
Exactly.
There's only 10% of men, 10 or 20% of men that make these multiple. I
think it's more on the 10% side.
10%.
I think it's smaller than 20.
Oh, smaller than 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're talking about brown men. If we go into brown men, okay, yes. So yes, we'll go back to 10.
Yes.
So yes, we'll go back to 10. So 6 figures, period, is already, that's a pool of a few fish.
Right.
And you want those fish to now like you.
Right.
And then you have to feel wanted and you have to know how to be.
And then all the other things, right? Like 6 foot tall, no baby mama drama, no STDs.
Okay, what do you do with the 6 foot tall? The women that need a 6 foot tall.
It's illegal, right? So when we start looking at these, when we start looking at the stats.
Say that all the time.
The stats.
First of all, laying down. Can we talk about how tall he is laying down? Let's talk about how your torso and my torso all fit. Your 5'7" and my 5'2".
Listen.
Somehow we are definitely in sync.
I swear that my husband is the same height as me. He says he's 2 inches taller.
Okay.
But sis, at the wedding, I had on sandals and we were the same height.
Okay.
His kiss
We're going to give him his
right. His 2 inches.
It's fine.
Right. Whatever. But
that doesn't change a daggone thing.
Who he is what I married, not his height. I know an Amazon woman that's married to a man that's about my height. And sis and him, they got 3 kids. They just celebrated the birthday. They having a good old time. Yeah. She knows how to bend. He knows how to stretch. Okay. Bend and stretch.
We got to do this thing. We up here doing some, what is the acrobat?
Contortion.
Yes. We up here. It's kind of crazy. They're fine.
Very.
That part.
Yeah.
While you're worried and finding. And
about the wrong
I always
things.
try to think about once it all falls off, right? Years, if we want to stay together for years.
Yeah.
Does his height matter about picking you up from the bed to the bathtub because you can't walk? Or because you're bedridden? Does his height matter about getting you into the bathtub?
Wow.
Or washing you because of whatever diagnosis you had or whatever treatment that just happened where you cannot wipe yourself? Like that height, that's when it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
And somehow, does it need to happen at 80 years old to then realize that we should have chose differently?
At 40.
Okay.
Come on.
Because people are getting married at 40.
Exactly.
Been there, done that. It happens, right? You're not damaged goods at this point. Now, if you want children, I'm aware of if we wonder if she still works down there. That's what I always like to call it. We don't know if she works, but the truth is, she's still juicy. She's in her prime.
Hey.
Okay?
That way.
Right. We don't know what's going
What?
Oh, yeah? she is so ready right now. If anything else, the men...
She is juicier, I would say.
That's what I mean. So as much as you're now thinking of yourself as the old maid at 40, 45, baby, that thing is dripping.
Hey.
Right? That's actually sexy.
Yeah.
Now, the guy that you like, can he be like younger than you?
Ooh.
Or does he have to be what you saw? So now we got to get into like, what is
tough.
it? What is it that you want? Which is what you're saying.
Yes.
If you're the wanted lover or the wanted woman. Let's determine I like to call it like these double-edged like sword traits.
Okay.
Meaning some things that are good are actually also like things that you have to have a challenge with.
Right. So green flag.
Yeah, purple flag.
Okay.
Right. So the green flag is, oh my God, everything's great. And the red flag is, oh, I should back up.
Right.
If we put green and red together, that color is purple.
Purple. Okay, so let me just tell you what my auntie said about red flags back in the day.
Oh,
she was
let me
like,
hear what auntie said.
when you get these red flags, it's like a red stoplight. You're not supposed to just roll through. You're not supposed to roll through the stop sign after the stop sign, and then you come to the stop light, and you're still going in the same direction. You're supposed to turn. You're supposed to go away.
It is true.
You're supposed to move. Pay attention, right? So that's one thing my auntie used to say about red stop signs, red.
So run back to the run.
You gotta move. You gotta turn. You gotta move. Right. So now with our
yellow
purples,
flag.
Oh, yellow flags.
We're okay with the yellow flags. Then Auntie would be okay with the yellow flags. We just proceed with caution.
I guess so.
Yeah, because I love that she said that because that goes back to I'm all about like a good breakup.
Yeah,
I'm here for a good breakup. Do you understand? I literally could write a book on that thing.
It's hard
for you.
Say goodbye.
It's not hard for all.
No.
It's not.
No. Okay.
Right, because once you identify,
yes,
you're actually because you're about to mess up my destiny.
Ooh,
who gets to have that much control? I'm going to give you that. Oh.
But then how much time do you really invest in this, though, Dr. Tasha?
Good question. Before you then realize it's time? It's once you realize that you have stopped being you and you can't recognize her anymore.
Ooh.
That's the moment of break.
That's good.
Whenever that is. That's after 17 years, right? That's after 7 years. That's after 17 months. It's whenever you're like, oh, I'm not even showing up as me. And you can feel that.
Yeah.
To the point that you're now his best lover, but you're not your own wanted lover. You stop being your own. Like that's like, and the best thing about being single is you can leave. Right? And once you leave, you have to know that was probably the best thing you could do for you. It can't be any regrets. If you got 1% and maybe I'll try one more time, go back. I'm just going to tell you to go back. I'm the one. If you need to, go back. I'm so over. Should I? Why are we contemplating?
Just do it.
Just do it. So you can then check that box up. I shouldn't have gone back.
Right.
Right? Or I'm so glad I gave him one more chance because he really did change. You got to exhaust all of that.
All right, listen, I had a client,
I'm
right?
ready.
So she was in our community and she was rocking with this guy. She was with him for 5 years. I said, sis, this ain't the dude. This ain't him, right?
Now, how did you know? What was your know?
Well, she wanted to marry.
Oh.
And it's been 5 years.
Okay, I got it. That
and
alone.
homeboy did not move on anything, saying all the things, but ain't nothing was going on.
Okay.
This ain't it. But I said, it's up to you, right?
You gotta leave with that.
It's your decision. You're grown, right? So she ended up deciding, okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Year goes by, living her best life. He comes back, 4-page letter, and closed it with a kiss. And so she tried again for 2 weeks. And she said, Coach Cass, I had to go. Because I wasn't the same anymore. He hadn't changed. There was nothing different. And now I could see clearly.
Now she can. But she had to do her 2 weeks.
Yes.
I believe in
she
that.
Had to do the 2 weeks.
I don't really believe in going backward. I used to say that. But once I did it, it's the best thing that you do so that you can never wonder all that. So you can have a clouded mindset in life if you have all of these regrets. I like to live in this like real pure channel. I know some people think of it as like, oh, like the butterflies and no, I'm not trying to be all hella optimistic. I'm actually saying that you can live a life without regrets.
Right.
Like in terms of your adult life. Yeah, you can. You actually can. Like choose you.
Ooh. Yes.
How does it work where you actually, the voice that you hear now, it could be your voice or it could be the voice of God, the creator, your ancestors, whoever you now hear from. That moment happens, you heard and then you didn't obey by it. You didn't yield to it. Now you're mad at you for the next 20, 30 years. I should have, would have, cut. For that. No, you're really like, you're showing up about 75% of your life.
So you know what's cool? Now she's dating a guy that's courting her for marriage, loves it. The family loves it. Her kids love it. The parents love it. They go on cruise. They're having a good time. It was the next month.
Yep.
It was the next month.
And how long did it take for him to want to marry her?
Oh, it was within a couple weeks, I want to say. It wasn't even
no,
a
because
thing.
The man knows.
Yeah, he
knew the 5 year knew that he didn't want to marry her. It's unfortunate, brothers, that you can't and don't remember that you actually can say, I don't. So there are women that are fine with you and your truth. But you can say, actually, I don't want marriage. But then for you to string us along, that's actually on you. Now that's on you. And what you got to come up with the Lord on that day of why you lied to her.
Right.
That's a real thing. That actually shouldn't have you sleeping at night if you ask me.
But I got a problem with the sisters that stay, right? So it's just like, you know what you want, yet you're still here. So how long do we blame somebody else for staying here? Like, when do you put on your pants and say, I'm out?
When you're fed up.
Woman's fed up.
Yeah, once you're fed up. Because women stay after being fed up. And then the relationship kind of shifts. Even the brothers could call us and tell us that. Like, she's just different now.
Roommates.
Oh, was it after the 2? Okay. They may even be, they have great vacations. This is my thing.
Yeah.
Yes, when you ask them we always are great on vacation.
Right.
Well, what's so daggone magical about this daggone vacation of the 2 people that was just living at home? You can choose that mindset at home.
Right.
But you got to go do things. There's something that my little brother told me. It was the best thing.
What'd he say?
So, he's been married twice, which is fine. Everything's fine there, right? Okay, everything's fine. But literally, he said, Tosh, he's like, the men that you date are really good guys. This is like 2009. So I'm single, whatever, 31, 32. And he's like, you really date really good guys, but you got to really be careful about like making sure you listen to what they do. Not listen to what they say. Listen to what they do.
Right.
It was so simple. Yes. That's my little grandpa brother. Like, he was giving me grandpa right there.
Right.
Because that's wisdom. If we started listening to what they did, there would be a whole lot of relationships we would have been gone and out of.
Right.
Because what they said didn't align. So that was one. Another thing he said, while looking or dating in a way of for the husband, like when we have like commitment in mind and marriage in mind. He said, make sure that while you are dating someone, that you're aware of the downtime.
Ooh.
Because that's marriage. It's not the vacations. It's not the party.
Right.
It's none of that.
Right.
It's not, again, it's not it's the downtime. That's what marriage is. Like, that's when he told me that, I'm like, ooh, I got to be careful who I choose to marry and how I date. Yeah. So even though I want us to go to this wonderful restaurant with live music and I want to see the waterfront, like, I also want to know, like, how do we do, like, from 2 to 4 p.m. on a Saturday when we're kind of both bored?
Doing nothing.
How do we show up there? Which is why a lot of couples had to call me during the pandemic, because they learned that they didn't like each other. Right?
That was rough.
It was rough. The same Monday. I remember this Monday. It was about 3 couples. And 2 were the husbands. They're like, I can't do it no more.
Just never mind.
But the truth was because they didn't have the freedom of leaving, right? So if you're dating ladies, progressive women, wanted lovers, and you find someone that you like enough to want to commit to, really examine, like, the downtime. How do y'all spend it? How do you want to spend it?
Right.
How do you both want to spend it? Yeah. Does he need to be, right? A true introvert wants to be left alone. It's not personal. Like, he don't, no. Give him his time so he can come back and show up with you.
Right.
Does that hurt your feelings?
Ooh.
Same for you, lady. If you're an introvert, if you need to go away, read a book, right? You don't always want to be up under him and doing what he likes to do. Like, go and leave. You got to do these things that are going to reflect what marriage really is. Yeah. Not when you show up in your heels with your lip gloss. Girl, please. How much lip gloss is happening in the marital home? Huh?
None.
Okay. On the way out again. Not internally. Vaseline is going to be hitting. Right? And so if you could make sure you examine the downtime. I think that's probably
So one of the things I find often is with long distance relationships, it's like they live in this honeymoon phase for an elongated piece of time, because they plan out their weekends. They plan out their times together. You know, it's like this planned thing. And it's like, regular life ain't that planned.
It isn't.
So what do you say to those long distance folks?
Okay, how long distance? As in, like, states, countries? Will we talk?
Yeah,
we see each other once a month?
Once a month,
we still see each other. We fly in or drive in.
That type of thing.
Okay, you're right. Because I know someone that got married off of a long distance relationship, not realizing that her husband's sex drive was really as often as they had their trips. So he only really wanted, his libido was very much like a once a month.
Yeah.
So he showed up every time but he was aroused and all of him showed up. But then when they were married, that means every day. So if she wants more than once a week she had I'm talking about no clue.
Wow.
She had no clue that their libido was different. So number one, for those that are engaging sexually, however you are in your relationship, really examine that. That's a big thing. Libido's a big thing. And not just intercourse. Like, how long is your span of how often you want to be touched?
Yeah.
Right? So let's take 2 people that work from home, right? That's the whole thing. I work remote. Everybody's saying that. It's fine. I get it, right? So we're all working remote, but one of you guys want to eat lunch together. And one of y'all don't want to be bothered till 5:30.
Right.
And so one that wants to eat lunch is, you don't have 30 minutes. So now we're salty. But when he had to go to work, we didn't have that as an option. But now that he's 2 doors down on the hallway, now we're feeling neglected. Because your expectation, single woman, as you are listening and as you are dating, you got to find out, like, what is your span of affection? Do you not want to be bothered for 8 hours?
Yeah.
Or do you actually need, like, a couple, you just do, okay, I see you with your little Zoom, so I'm going to just look. All that in the car while we're driving. I was good on, like, I like to play with his ears. You know what I'm saying? I can play with something else while he's driving, but I sure want to play with these ears.
We
trying to get on these. I'm playing with these ears, right? Even if that's not even what he likes. I'm not trying to turn him on.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just need to touch you, even if you're not touching me, right? So a lot of times we start at this place of, like, I want an affectionate man, but, like, yo, butt ain't affectionate at all.
Ooh. Are you someone that goes to all the conferences? You get your CUs for your job. You're always up leveling in personal development. I'm going to tell you one thing. You need your CEUs in love. Join me for Wanted Woman Live, the ultimate non-conference, unconference experience, 3 days in sunny South Florida this fall. This is an experience where women come together from all over the country to be able to be poured into. All around love. How do you show up in love? How do you receive love? How do you just have fun with love? Join the sisterhood, an amazing experience created and curated just for you, the professional woman that desires more. Click the link below, wantedwomanlive.com. Talk about it.
Come on. So you want to teach him how often you need to be touched by touching him. Try it. See what happens, right? And so at some point, while I'm rubbing on that ear, somehow that right hand just went right here, right? Nothing extra because he's still driving, but he now sees, oh, she needs me.
Yeah.
Right? And now we're matching each other. That's true intimacy. That's being in tune.
Teach me
that
how
is
to love.
Oh, that's the jam. It's the jam. Yeah. It's like something but it's a big thing in a relationship. How long is your affection span? Like when does it expire where you need another something, another hit? And that is what I think from the long distance relationship question is, because even on the phone, are we verbally, kind of complimenting each other?
Right.
Are you vocally like giving that affection even over the phone? And how often do you need to hear, wow, babe, you're doing such a great job with that project? Or I see you with all the video calling, right? Like, oh, you look cute with your whatever it is, women complimenting. Hello. Don't forget that part. You're always quick to say thank you.
Right.
See the brother. He want to be seen, right? And so that needs to happen on the phone too with your video call.
Yeah.
So that verbal affection is as important as that touch when y'all see each other. Identify if it's at least in the same span, or one of y'all gonna feel neglected once that non-magical I do happens.
Ooh.
Right. So let's deal with it before.
All right. So we talk about, would you date yourself? Would you marry yourself?
It's a deep one.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, I'm hella impatient. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not forgiving. My worst traits, I am not very forgiving. It's not my natural self to forgive. I could hold a grudge like the best of them. Do you understand? We could go toe to toe. I will hold it longer than you. Do you understand? I will win. I'm going to win. You remember the staring contest when the kids be like, who blinks first? Not me over here. I'm not blinking. I'm not forgiving because I feel good in being salty at you for the next 50 years. I feel good. That's now that I'm in recovery, though. That's my old self. But you felt her, right?
Yes.
She really is in there. But that doesn't work in relationships, long-term relationships, marriage. You got to learn forgiveness and marriage. They're twins. They're twins, triplets, quadruplets. Like they got to be in there.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to forgive. So for me, someone could get fed up of that. I'm not very forgiving. I'm not very tolerant. Right? That's not a good trait.
Yeah.
That's not a good trait. So for me, do I want to be with someone that's also not forgiving? You see me? So I got to be honest about that. What are your traits that are ugly? What are the red flags how do you show up? Right? And so not forgiving, impatient. So I'm really understanding why we're not doing it now. I don't understand. Why do we have to wait? Why do we have to wait for that? Ooh. Yeah. So I need all of that right now. And so I don't understand. Do you understand? I don't understand. Why are we talking about?
Let's just do it.
But being your boo, I gotta work on patience. I gotta be a better boo.
Right.
So I can be this wanted woman. Like where you want me, you want that. I'm going to forgive you because you deserve it.
Yeah.
Because you forgave my butt how many times?
Right.
Right. That has to be my new sexy trait. I want to get there. I can't wait till I say, you got to have me on in about 10 years. And then I'm going to say, girl, I did it. I'm forgiving now. Right. I just want it to be my real, I can't wait till that trait is like, it's so like who I am, right? I just know I have to be honest that I'm not there yet.
But then, so let's talk about the I'm not there yet, because I feel like so many people want to be there and they've been doing the work for so long. So they feel like I should be there already. So let's talk about this ongoing work that just needs to be done.
Oh, wait, no. So let me tell you. So they be saying that, right? Lying. Okay. Let me tell you what work I've been doing about this forgiveness. Do y'all hear me? We got 10 or 20% in me trying to forgive. I ain't doing the work. I'm not. Why do we lie out here? Girl, I'm working on it. You're not. Don't ing me. I am working on it. No, you're working on it today because I just said it out loud and you don't like it.
Right.
So yes, I'm not doing the work ongoingly. So that's the truth.
Right.
You ready for the truth? We got to deal with the truth. Right? I'm not working on being more patient until I realize how it pushed him away. Hello.
Yeah.
Right? Or while, and that could be a boo why I'm pushing him away. But while dating, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I show up late to this? Why did I overcommit today where I'm showing up late to this daggone restaurant? Why did I do that? And then you walk in late and tired. And then you walk in talking about, I'm so sorry that I'm late. You're not. You're not sorry that you're late. You overcommitted today. You knew that the train comes every how many minutes? You knew that the traffic is at 6 p.m. on your way to Miami and back. Come on, ma'am or sir. You're not sorry.
Not.
Why did you? You're not. The work is that you don't show up late because he don't even need to know that, girl. That's the work. So when I show up with my new boo, okay, what I'm saying, I'm dating, right? And I'm showing up on time. And he's like, wow, you're so patient. I'm like, oh, a sister done changed. Wait till you get that same, could you imagine being complimented for the thing that you knew was the work you were doing?
Wow.
That's when you know you've done the work. So stop talking about that. I'm trying to get there. You ain't trying to get there, not ongoingly. Because if you wanted to get there, you would. Just like every other thing you put your mind to.
Hey.
Okay? Y'all kill me with that. Kill me. No, not today. We're not doing the I'm working on it. You're not. Not ongoingly. But you don't like it. I'll tell you that. You don't like that about yourself. You are acknowledging that, which is how we can change it.
Right.
But now we can't stay there. Ooh. Yeah, I have to deal with my own truth sometimes.
Yes.
You see?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a big one. I remember when someone called me sweet. I was like, who are they talking to? Who is sweet? I said, oh Lord, I done turned it into a whole girl. I've never gotten sweet. I'm nice. I'm friendly. Sweet is not a description.
Right.
But it actually blessed me.
That's that sweetness, that femininity.
That femininity. See,
yes.
You remember me.
Yes.
I was like, oh man, that's the work.
Yeah.
I must be doing this work of softening this girl that's so bold.
Right.
To be a wanted woman, to be attractive, more attractive. Because I already was attractive. But then there's a softening to the girl that's the boss that he's attracted to.
So let's talk about this femininity.
Yeah.
Right? This becomes such a big thing in society. I feel like the pandemic then brought out all this relationship stuff that was not out here.
Serious. It wasn't. It was hidden.
I was not cool before the pandemic. And then after it's like, well, wow, y'all over here.
Oh, but the business probably boomed, right? Yeah, the pandemic helped. Yeah, it's true.
So, okay, so let's talk. What are your thoughts on this feminine versus masculine and all these women operating in their masculine because they got to get the work done? And then what's this feminine stuff? You know, it's just like, what's your take on all of this feminine versus masculine?
So
it's popping off the soft life.
Yeah, the soft life. That the men want the easy life too, just so we know. We at the point where men want the easy life. They want us to pursue them, right? Some men. We're going to say some men. I don't do the all. Some men are at the place of because they're tired of being rejected, right? So this is in response to rejection.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't want to have to do it anymore. They want us to pursue. And so the truth is we can always get ourselves into a place, position yourself into a place where he knows we're attracted to him. That is what I always say is our role. To pursue him, no, but to let you know that once you come over here, you're okay. That's what our role is.
Yeah.
Now, masculine versus feminine. So let me just say out loud, I am a masculine woman and love her. Let me tell you about this androgynous woman y'all listening to right now.
Come on.
Let me tell y'all all right? Louis syllable. How many syllables? Androgynous. Y'all ready for that 4-letter word? Androgynous is sexy for the man that wants to not have to do it all. Period. There are men that want to be this provider from 1955. Y'all can have that. That's fine. Over here, that's not what I'm looking for financially.
Right.
I want you to provide for my heart, cover me in a different protection.
Yeah.
Not that you have to be the only way that I'm able to have this home. I sure appreciate you for saving me. Now we can have a home, brother. No. How we gonna do this house? How we gonna move here?
Right.
So those guys like me.
Yeah.
And I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You got to figure out if you like an androgynous woman, which means a woman for me that has a healthy sense of femininity and masculinity equally. Ain't no 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. I'm well aware of what y'all looking at today. You see what I'm saying? We barely did these nails. We did this for the people, but I don't care.
I ain't got no nails.
But I don't need to be with someone that does care.
Yeah.
Do I have to shave my legs all the time, or can these armpits say hi every now and again?
Hi.
The forest is over here on the left side. We're going to get to it later. Right. But I need you to like me in the middle of the, what is it? Whatever, the 5 o'clock shadow down there, whatever, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I don't care. Because I'm about to be on you by 5:15.
It doesn't matter.
But no one cares.
Nobody.
But I need someone that doesn't care.
Right.
Some of y'all want that brother that really is into that. Or you're really into that. Find him. So your femininity needs to be into his masculinity. Whatever that extreme is, y'all both are on that extreme. Right. Find each other. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. And then sit in that femininity. I actually don't think it's the worst thing. Even for a man, I almost think I would love him to be 50-50.
Listen, have you ever struggled when it comes to conversations on dates? Maybe a first date or even your 50th date. One thing I know is that we need to have more meaningful conversations. And that's why I created the Love Deck, 60 questions to ask before choosing the one, but really to deepen your conversations. So whether it's with that guy that you're dating or with your mom or your close girlfriends, what I know is we got to speak more to the heart of our people. Grab your love deck today. It's a great gift for others, and you could get it right now in our Amazon store. Pick up yours. One side is affirmations. The other side is dating conversations. Get yours today. Pick up the love deck.
But no man wants to say out loud like my feminine side is as healthy as my masculine side. But I like you, brother, that can say it out loud, just so you know. My phone number is...
Bye.
Okay. I like you. What you mean? Babe, can you rub my head today? Yes. I'm sure appreciating that you came home knowing that I'm here for your head, both of them. And you see what I'm saying? And you came to me to fulfill the need.
My hubby loves it when I rub his head.
Come on, I already know. You gotta know how to give some...
Yeah.
You gotta give a good head rub. You got to know that he needs that.
What are we talking about?
Okay, what are we saying? What are we saying right now? What is this, after hours or this is daylight? It's a real thing.
Yeah.
And that you want to, right? So you like me because I want to rub your head. Right? And I like you that you came home and made sure that
you said something.
You said something.
Yeah.
And that whatever the masculine man, right? Because we're going back to whatever caveman y'all talking about, right? He's fine. I'm fine. Right? So beat your chest. That's fine. So I don't even know that you have a need. And so, of course, I'm not going to fulfill it. But if you have some femininity, healthy sense of femininity, then I would know. Express yourself.
Ooh. Express yourself. Okay, so now
So I don't do the debate, as you can tell. I'm not here for it. I'll be a masculine woman.
I love all of it.
Yeah, and I'll be feminine when you need me to be. And when I want to be. And that's the sexy part. And can you imagine? Like, when I really pull it together, I give you all this neck. You see what I'm saying? You're attracted to this. We got the hair up. It's crazy. I didn't know. And then I might bring it down for whatever else we're going to do tonight.
Yeah.
Like, all that is a thing. I might bring you your cigar. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's the best thing about being a great lover. As the wanted woman, anticipating his needs. Sometimes women are really good at that. And sometimes you're anticipating what you need and you're doing for him. Yeah. But the good lover is what they need. Don't forget that part. It's how do you love? If you want to marry you and if you would marry you and you would marry and date yourself, it's because you know that I am a great lover and I know how to be in tune to what they need before they need it.
I love that.
That he can do the same. But do your part.
I remember I was doing a Bible study and was just talking about, can you outserve your spouse?
Ooh, that's a good one. I've heard that before. Or outlove. Yeah, which is crazy. Like, who's going to win?
Yeah, it's just like a beautiful place to be in.
Ooh.
I'm not that great at it, but I have some friends.
See, but you know you're
very well, and they are just so sweet. I was just like, I love y'all, you know.
So that is almost their natural self.
It is their natural self.
Now, why do you think it is your thing? That it's not your thing.
Not my thing, because it's just like, it's that thing where you start to think about yourself. Well, you know, you ain't do the thing when I did the thing and the other thing. You know, so you get caught up in your own stuff.
You keep scoring.
Tit for tat stuff.
Yeah,
that
okay. See, you know your stuff. You know, it don't serve nothing. You don't get no points.
Nothing. No
you
points.
Get no points.
There are no points.
No.
But like, for instance, my husband not too long ago had surgery. Yeah. And I had to take care of him. And I just think
they
about,
love when they get sick.
Girl,
that's how they evaluate it. They really like you.
Girl. But for me, it was really easy to take care of him because of all the times he's taken care of me.
That he has done.
And he has really outserved me having this baby and being in all the postpartum stuff, had another surgery, all the things.
A lot of deposits in the bank.
All the deposits in the bank.
That's
where
a big
it's just like, you can't ask me nothing that I wouldn't do right now because you've done for me so well.
I love that.
I've married the right one.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be questioning myself sometimes. Like, God, thank you.
You gotta say that sometimes.
Yes, because I don't deserve it. The way I be acting sometimes out the side of my neck, this side right here.
That side.
Ain't right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm a work in progress. This is what I say. And I do get snappy, right? And I do get tired, especially when the parentals come around, right? Of what I need to be doing, right?
It's a real thing.
Girl, my daddy, he came over and brought some soup. And he was like, you couldn't put on some makeup? You couldn't dress up a little? Your husband is sick. I was just like,
oh, okay.
Is it time for you to go?
Is it, thank you for the soup.
Thank you for the soup.
Or we just not have soup today.
Right. But it's like, that's what I grew up with.
But that's how you say hi. Yeah, that's how you said hi.
We say hi.
Yeah.
Right? In my family, this Jamaican life, right?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
And it's just like, I love my family, but
the negativity is love.
The shoulds of what I should be doing.
The shoulds, it's a big one.
Shuts me down. Because it's like, I could have been doing it anyway, but now you say I should do it, then I got to rebel against the system. I don't even want to no more.
I have the saying the should. I said that with my mother, though.
Yes.
I said, you can suggest, use the word suggest.
Suggest.
But don't,
choice. Choice is nice.
Well, now, when you ever tell your dad that, or you can't, that would be disrespectful.
No, it's coming, but...
Oh, okay, one day.
One day.
Okay. But he was concerned about your makeup and your dress.
Yes.
And you were doing the thing.
Doing all of the things.
You just didn't look like he needed you to look. Wow. That's a whole, I call that, that's what they call it, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Ooh. It's a big thing.
Come on. Can we just...
So let's put a little side to let's get to do a little history lesson.
Once upon a time.
So sometimes... that, just the way that Black folks, West Indians, all the above in this melanin that we're in.
Yes.
Sometimes we literally relate to each other in a negative way because of how we learned English.
Ooh.
Let's sit there for a second.
All the demands, the commands.
What? It was literally, oh, you think you're cute. That is literally, if you go into a room right now with women, depending on, somebody is going to be like, oh, you think you're cute today? That's how she's going to say, I love this dress.
Right.
So we learned English in a very negative. Right. So when we're so critical, it's because of, this is literally how we were taught to be with each other.
Wow.
Because of how someone was with us hundreds of years ago, that we continued it.
See, you just helped me with the rat experiment I was talking about in the last episode.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay, now part 2, help me with the part 1.
Yes.
See, I got to go back to part 1, rewind a little bit. Go ahead. Don't play with us.
That part.
Yeah.
The stuff we don't even know.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was talking about.
It's deep. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. We don't even realize it. Yeah, it's the way we relate to each other.
Oh, that's good.
It's critical.
And I hate it. I don't like none of it.
I don't like it either.
Can't you just say I look nice?
That's where I'm sensitive. So that's the thing. Double-edged sword, right? Remember I told you about those traits?
Purple flags.
I'm hella, yes. I'm hella bold, but then I'm super sensitive to those that I allow in. It actually matters to me how you feel about me. Not all y'all, all your little social media folks, that don't matter. Okay, that you're not changing my life. But if you feel a certain way and I really tried hard, now I'm sensitive. But you don't even know me in that way. So that's a deep thing with dating too. If you show up so bold, they don't even realize how sensitive you are. Ladies, progressive women, you got to show both sides. You got to really acknowledge you hurt my feelings when. Because if they only see you as a self-sufficient, independent, bold, boss lady, he really don't even know how to love you when you have a need. Had to learn that. I got to show up with needs, right? That's a big thing. That sounds crazy. Needy women, y'all, I ain't even talking to y'all. Y'all stay there, y'all swim there, y'all drown there. I'm serious. I'm not talking about the needy ones. I'm talking about the ones that genuinely forget that they have needs and don't know how to express it. But you got to do this while dating. You have to.
Talk it all out.
Because it's going to come up in your marriage.
Right. It's not magical. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not that strong 24/7, right? Because he can see right through you. You can see right through him. Wow, babe, can you? You know, we get all like the voice goes up and everything, right? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah. We can verbalize that in the beginning. You can start requiring that in the beginning. Do you see me?
It's a beautiful place to be in a relationship where you could be seen and you could be vulnerable and you could share your hurts, your pains, your wants, your desires, your fears. Like, I can honestly say that I have that, and it's just like beautiful. Like,
I love it.
Seeing my husband in a painful
I love
place,
it, and I believe it.
And him sharing with me all the intimate details of the pain. And it's just like, baby, I got you. You know, and it's just like,
and he wants to.
Him. He's like, can you just give me a hug?
Come on. Why can't we be the big spoon sometimes? That's what I'm saying. The world, we've been socialized to think we're supposed to be comforted. But we actually have to learn how to comfort. That makes us the good lover. I love that he allows that. And none of his boys, his shimmy and boys, they don't know. They don't know that the boy need to be held, right? But that's what you need to know.
Right.
That's only you. But that's the true essence of intimacy, what you're talking about. It reminds me, using with the way you just said it, I love it. I like, in my mind, it's like, while I get naked, can you take yours off too? Why you got your socks on still, sir? You know what I mean? Like, let me see. And that's what you just described. Sometimes it's like figuratively and literally, like, be naked with me also. Like, be there with me. This naked truth, this absolute nudity. Like, it's a real thing. Like, don't keep the lights off. See, y'all don't play with me today. Turn the lights on. Open the blind. Maybe the neighbors need to learn something today. You see what I'm saying? If we're hiding, or let's talk about you can't perform when you're self-conscious. You can't perform if I'm wondering and I can't be completely myself with you and I can't be vulnerable with this is me. You can't be on top.
Right.
Because you don't want nobody to hold you there in the place that is your spot. It's a big thing. You can't perform. And both ways. That's men and women. There's plenty of men that keep their lights off too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so good. Now, we talked off camera about these flags. I want you to get into the flags and how they show up, right?
Oh, the flags show up.
So
I love what Auntie said. The red flags you do want to run if those are like you will never be able to accept.
Right.
The purple flags for me are the ones, are when it's the double-edged sword. It's both sides of it that you can accept, but you know that they're there. So let's think about somebody, a good, wonderful, confident, all the different traits that are green flags, right? So they express themselves, right? We love a good man to express themselves, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then once are they listening? Right? That's the question. So we love that they talk about their lives. And then is it reciprocal? We hope so.
Or is it monologues?
Or is, okay, you want to play with you. I cannot play with you.
Like, okay. All right.
All right, the dissertation right now, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because nobody listened to him for so long, he giving you 47 years of a story.
That's a lot.
So is he aware of the audience? Right? So we got, you see, that's the purple flag. Can I get his purple flag? That's how I think of it. If we mix them together, right? So what's another great trait? What's another great trait we love with men? That they cater. Okay. We love a good, yes, we love a good caterer. I love a good caterer. That's like at the top. It's definitely at the top, right next to affectionate. So when they cater, that would mean that you don't feel less of a man to yield to your woman.
Right.
Right? And you want to, right? So it's the want to. Now, what's the other side of a man that caters?
Can he be catered to?
Passive.
So you're not going.
So you just gonna cater to me and you don't have no opinion. So now I'm bored with you because you're doing everything I asked you to do.
Oy.
You see the double-edged sword? Yeah. It's not so sexy. That's a purple flag I don't want. You could kick rocks all day. Kick rocks on every curb for me. If all you're doing is what I'm asking you to do. Because I actually want to learn from you. I want to be sharpened by you. Okay, see?
They call him a spineless fish, like he don't got no backbone, Coach Cass.
Yeah, and some people don't like that. Yeah. And some women, depending on what they like, they may like him. She need to find him, and he need to find her. Because she doesn't want anyone to challenge her. I don't think there's anything bad about that, if that's what you like. But that's the other side of the man that caters.
Yeah.
How does he actually show up in his own life? Does he have an opinion? You know what I mean? Like, I want somebody to get...
you like.
Right.
Y'all watch Coming to America.
Yeah. Go back. It's in the beginning, the first 20 minutes. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, so that would be a double-edged sword. Okay, so... What's another purple flag that you would want to see? Can I accept? What's another great trait that we love?
We talk about bubbly.
Bubbly. Oh, yeah, my bubbly. Oh, that's right, my bubbly. So I'm super bubbly. Apparently, that's what y'all call me, super bubbly. I've learned to accept it because when you hear the same thing, you must have this. Okay, so I really act like this, right? But I act like this all the time. So if you're a morning person, all this, you don't want none of this to your coffee, to your first phone call till 12 noon. But I'm giving you this at 6:30 a.m. I'm giving you this at 1 a.m. And so you may not like this and you don't get to make me feel bad about being me.
Ooh.
That's what's happening right? So if the minute that we start laying down with each other or spending the night, right? Because it don't mean always intercourse if you spend the night, right? If everybody can control themselves from the beginning, okay? But the truth is, I remember only one guy that was like that. He was like, ooh, ooh.
This a lot.
Right, so that was the face. He was like, oh, you're like this even in the morning. So I could hear. He was like out of breath. He was trying to say it.
Right.
So and I was like, oh, wow, do I not need to talk till what time do I get to talk? So I'm making sure I can leave the house right in one piece. Right. But I'm already knowing I'm about to leave, like Auntie said, and this is my red flag for me. This ain't a purple flag I can accept because you don't get to take away my personality at no time of the day.
Ooh, mic drop.
Yeah, you don't get that much power.
No, this ain't it.
No, not no.
So here's the thing. How do you not equate that to your worth, right? Because I find so often as women, if someone rejects a part of our personality, somehow we feel or take on that something is wrong with us. And then we are not worthy of love. Like this cannot I'm not going to be able to have love because I thought this was it or this was the one after 3 dates or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, 3 months.
We did already put our first name with their last name.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they
24
cute,
hours later.
we like their mama. You know, it's been 3 days. All of that. We made the dress in our minds. And so how do we detach our worth from this entire process?
Because his rejection is now dictating the way I feel about me.
Exactly. And then that might take me out of dating for the next 3 years. I need to take a break now because I need to heal from this last situation, you know?
So I got to go all the way back to like 0. Let's go to 0 for a second.
Okay.
How long have you allowed a man's opinion of you to dictate the way you feel about you? So was it like the broken promises of your father that if he showed up at your birthday, then you were lovable? Or that he was making broken promises? So how often have you been, describing yourself by the response of a man? So we got to go all the way back to where did it come from that it matters? Your worth is kind of maintained by his ability to see me.
Yes.
So that probably I got to go all the way back to 0 with that. And sometimes how deep it goes is were you in the womb and your mother didn't even know her own worth. Now you coming down that vaginal canal and taking all of her insecurities from the man that didn't show her the same worth. And so now you don't even understand all that's being projected onto you. And now you're trying to date at 43. Now you're trying to date at 37 years old. And it really did take you out because it's a familiar feeling. Not because Leroy just made you feel unworthy. It's because you have the way that the lens for how you think of men, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It matters to you of how you see yourself.
That's good.
Like you're looking at yourself from a man's point of view. And you've been doing that, unfortunately, from an unhealthy lens from 0.
Woo! Girl, when I say the time is up.
No.
Hallelujah. Yes. Listen.
Oh, Lord. If y'all knew, we did this.
If y'all love Coach Cass and Dr. Tasha, make sure that you share this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you comment in the chat and let us know. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something here because I'm just loving our time together. Like, this is good.
I can't lie.
You know,
it's nice.
It's kind of nice.
It's kind of
nice. You know
nice.
what I'm saying? I think we got all the things to talk about.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's cool. All right. So let them know, how do they find you on social media, sis?
Oh, so Doctora Tasha, Doctora, Tasha, Doctora in Spanish. Doctor in Spanish is Doctora. And so that's Facebook or Instagram or my website, drivebytherapy.org.
Oh my goodness. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Love Lens. I pray that this was a blessing to you, for you to be able to dig deep on would you marry yourself? Would you date yourself? And the work that needs to continuously be done. Not on just listening to this episode and then hitting stop and then coming back next week to watch the next episode. Like, let's not do that. Okay. There needs to be work done in between the episodes with somebody. Now, if you choose us, that'll be absolutely fabulous. At the end of the day, my joy and my intention for you is for you to start putting love on top. So subscribe, share this episode. And in the meantime, in between time, keep loving, keep laughing, keep living. Bye.
So we are trying out the love deck. So let's just do random. I like this one. I like that. That one.
Wanted Woman Love Deck. Y'all, this about to be good. So we played with these ones already and they were good. They was like right on the money. They was good. On one side, it has affirmations. On the other side, it has like a question. So we got to answer the question. So he going to read the affirmation part. And then on the other side, it's going to have a question.
The affirmation part is, I embrace. Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
I have these wanted woman cards from Coach Cass, our good dear friend. And she made these wanted woman cards. And I am a wanted woman by you.
Let's get that right.
Right, yeah. Right. So we're gonna read, it's like a little question and answer.
Okay.
All right, so this is one of her cards. It says, what is your favorite family tradition?
Our family tradition, our favorite family tradition is to go to church on Sunday.
That's true.
What is your favorite dance move?
My favorite, like right now, my favorite dance move?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Show me what you're working with.
All right, let me show you. All right. Ow. Ow. Yeah.
That is the favorite one.
That's okay. You've been singing this forever. Ow. So yeah, you probably have. Yeah, that was the move that caught your attention. What you talking about?